Greetings everybody, this is Red on VFR and this is my customer's BMW, F700Gs, and do not let that 700 confuse you. I don't know what it stands for, but it's not for the engine capacity. The engine capacity is actually 798cc, or the 800. So it's a two-cylinder, probably like a dual sport. It has even the guard on the bottom, which is really nice. The customer brought it to me for the handlebar bearings replacement, which I did. Well, not the handlebar, but the headstock, or the whatever you want to call it. There are a couple of bearings inside, over there, inside that triple tree, basically. Triple tree bearings. So I replaced that. He brought the good brand. All balls, man, all balls. It's a good brand. I used them before, have no issues using them in the future. I did wash it just a tiny bit because it was sandy, so it was used as it's supposed to be used. Bmw brakes, which is really nice, and they bite. I never rode it, but moving in the garage, they bite really nice. This is the second bike with Bmw brakes. If you remember, the first one that I serviced with Bmw brakes was the Victory Kingpin. That was super grabby and the bike was very heavy, so those types of brakes were necessary. And this one is the extra activity or recreational activity motorcycle, so you have to have as much fun as you want, or as you can on this bike. And it's a very fun bike. Only 460 pounds. It's more or less top heavy, because you know the clearance is massive. Has a center stand, which was very handy because I needed to lift that front end, and the engine guard and everything. So it's a dual purpose bike. 75 horsepower, a lot of power for the weight. So it's pretty much like a VFR 800 that I have, but obviously it's geared differently, so it's for different purposes. I said it's like an on-road, off-road bike, so do it all. And it's a great thing. It's a great thing. Sounds interesting. Has aftermarket exhaust. Doesn't have that big can, so it's a smaller can. Not only that, somebody forgot to remove plastic from it, so there is a little bit of plastic going on, so it's peeling off because of the heat, but should have been removed. Not a big deal, but you know, it's the customer's decision. So it has sergeant seat, which is nice. I don't know if it's stock or not. The reason I'm saying that is that it has BMW colors, so I don't know. I do not know. The tires in the front 110/80/19, in the back 140/80/17, both from 2022, I believe. So those are very nice. Still a lot to go. Let's see here. I don't remember where I saw it, but I saw it somewhere. I saw it over here. I'm not gonna find it. Oh no, 21. 31st week of 2021. I think the front one is 32nd week, so it's very much similar. Michelin tires. I've never seen those tires before. I mean, I have, but obviously not on a road bike. So it's as I said, it's a do-it-all bike. So it's like almost like knobby tires, but they're not. So they're very acceptable. I remember there was the F650Gs, 2003 model, that had a longer beak. This one has lesser of a beak. I mean, some consider it's an ugly design. I do not like that double headlight thing. Obviously, one for the high beam, one for the low beam. I don't like that, but it's fine. It's, you know, it's like an enduro bike. Also, those handguards, I don't know what the hell is going on with them. They're probably very much aftermarket, because they do not allow to go full rake because they hit the windshield. Must be a second thought of the owner. I don't know if my customer installed it, but I would not prefer that. I would have removed it, to be honest. It has the cruise control, as I call it. It's not really cruise control. It's the accelerator lock or gas lock, whatever you want to call it. The gas tank is under the seat. I think the capacity is about 3.6 gallons. Not a lot, but again, it's about 45-50 miles per gallon. It's pretty nice. So this bike can go quite far, especially when you have a lot of fun. And I'm sure somebody had a lot of fun because the exhaust is a bit rusty, so it has gone through some terrains, or at least a lot of water. That's why there is quite a bit of corrosion going on, which is fine. It's a toy that needs to be used. It has to be used. So yeah, and this is the guard that I was talking about. It has GS on it, so the oil filter is very accessible. This is the oil filter over here, and this is the oil cooler. How I know? Well, I have a couple of BMWs, both use the same style of oil cooler, which is nice. Well, I don't know. The gaskets usually fail on cars. I don't know about bikes. I don't even know what kind of mileage it has on this bike, because I mean, I'd probably have to scroll through the menu and stuff, but I was not gonna do it. Not my bike. In any case, I wish I could ride it again. Things that I wish I could test drive, but I'm not gonna do it. I would do it around the block, but my kids are now asleep and this bike is not particularly quiet, and the windows are right there. If it was even my VFR is loud. Yeah, the bike has to be like very, very stock so that my kids are not hearing it. In any case, thank you very much for joining. See you next time. Take care and goodbye.